Womanizer alert, 14 warning signs a player just can't hide. He says all the right things. You think he's the one, but he's too smooth in the way he talks. Have you just landed yourself a womanizer? I don't want to group all men into one category because all men are different. Some men say something sweet and it's truly an honest comment, one that came from the heart. There are also men that say the same thing, but the intentions are completely different. And there are always ways you can figure out whether a guy is a womanizer or not. How to tell if the guy you're seeing is a womanizer. Dating is a bitch. Of course, going on dates are fun and we meet different people. What happens after the date? That's when things become tricky. Maybe he'll call, maybe he won't. Maybe he didn't feel a connection like you did, you just never know. Even if he did feel a connection with you, what's his motive? Does he want to date you or is this just another notch on his bedpost? When it comes to relationships, it's never as easy as it looks simply because you don't know what's going on in the other person's mind. But in the end, there's always a way to suss out the womanizer. Number 1, you immediately feel something is off. I cannot emphasize this enough. For a split second, you feel that something with him is weird. Of course, he's probably cute and charming, so you push that to the side of your mind. But don't forget that feeling. Why? Because that's you telling yourself this guy isn't genuine. Number 2, he has a murky past. If you ask him about his past, it seems he doesn't really have one. He may say that he hasn't been in a serious relationship. There's a reason why, and it's not because he doesn't have a past. He does. It's filled with non-committed relationships and changing girls like it's underwear. Number 3, he isn't trying to get to know you. He asks you questions but only ones that make you think he wants to get to know you. He isn't asking your opinion on politics or what you want to do with your life. Instead, he asks you where you work and if you get up early in the morning. Womanizers have no problem making conversation but expect shallow small talk. Number 4, his social media is full of women. Now, it's normal for people to have men and women on their social media accounts. However, if his social media accounts are mostly made up of women, there's a red flag right there. It's a pretty good idea of how his real life looks. Number 5, he's secretive. If his phone rings or he gets a text message, he makes sure he covers his phone, making sure you don't see who it is. If you notice he's hiding things and keeping secrets, that's a really good sign he's probably full of shit and not to be trusted. Number 6, he's not open. If you talk about broad subjects, no problem, he'll talk up a storm. However, ask him about himself and he suddenly goes quiet. He doesn't have much to say. I wonder why. He doesn't want you to know anything about him because you're not going to be around for much longer. No, he's not going to kill you. He's going to have sex with you and move on to the next girl. Number 7, you don't really know his friends. You may have met them once or twice, but that's it. If he doesn't introduce you to his friends or never talks about them, there's a reason why. Maybe he doesn't want his friends to associate you as someone serious in his life, or maybe he goes through a lot of girls. So, he doesn't want to get them confused.